and graph and sketch area. X cubed plus 1. Y equals negative x minus 1. X equals 1. So I'm gonna let you guys think about this. How would you tackle this on a test with 4 of you yelling at each other?
You have to plug in 1 for the x on all that?
No?
No.
No?
Why don't you graph it first?
No? Why don't you graph it first? Wouldn't 1 graph it first? Yes, 1 would graph it first.
What do you mean?
Caitlin?
Well, I was gonna say, wouldn't you do like method 1 for the 2 y's to get any other x's?
You could try that. Yep. Yep. I have a feeling you're gonna be sad though. If you try to do this non-graphically.
So here's graph it.
Graph it. Yep. Except you guys, can you graph this? Yes. Can you graph this? Can you graph this?
No.
No. What is this?
That's a point.
It's not a point.
Just a line.
It's not a horizontal line, you guys. It's a
Vertical.
It's a vertical line. X equals 1. It's x equals 1 along that entire thing, right? Along this entire vertical line. This is y equals something. This is x equals something. This is a vertical line at x equals 1. Caution, caution, caution. If you try to make this y equals 1, you're not going to get the right answer. This is a vertical line. It's not a function. This is a vertical line. So you must imagine it there. On the sketch. What does your sketch look like? What does your graph look like? So it's just for giggles. We can make it negative 10 to 10, negative 10 to 10, and that's where we start out as default, right? It's gonna be really, really tiny. Probably gonna look like that. Did you guys get something that looks like that? And then something that looks like this. Right? Is that what you guys got? Something like that? Más o menos. Where's x equals 1?
Right on the right side of that.
Over here?
Yeah, not that far. Oh, maybe that far.
What is your x max negative 10?
I don't know. Tristan. I see a hand up back there, Marco. Is that you? Okay. Okay. So where are we going from and where are we going to, guys?
And how do you know what's on top in this one?
Well, look at it. In this region, who's on top? Green or red?
The green.
Caitlin? Green? I apologize. Is anybody green, red colorblind in here? Jesus, I didn't even ask. I should have asked.
Awkward long back.
Seriously, that's an awkward omission. So if you are, this is the green one. And this one's the red one, okay? So who's on top, green or red?
Green.
Green. Okay, goody. Color code them if you have to, guys. Right? So now what? How do I set up my integral?
Do the thing.
Do the thing. From what to what? How do you know it's -1? Because what? How do you know that's where they intersect? Cause that's what your calculator says? That works. I'm accepted, I'll accept that.
You said equal to each other.
You could. Right?
Does that vertical line like continue through then?
I mean, yeah, it's x equals 1, it's an imaginary vertical line that goes forever. So,
That's the section we're looking for.
yeah, so when I say area enclosed by, you've got this and this, but it's open until you give it another line to enclose it, right? So I could have said -6 and it would be over here somewhere, and we'd be finding this region, wouldn't we? Okay, but I said 1, so here's my vertical line for x equals 1.
So that's saying we wanna find that area of that little like.
That piano-shaped thing. Right? Heart, a harp, that works, a harp. Yeah, find the area of the harp. Who's on top?
Green.
We're going from -1 to 1, green's on top, so x cubed minus 1, watch your signs.
B plus
Let's just be
one
plus
and B
one.
plus one.
Oh yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
Who said that? Is it L-E-Y?
Tyler.
Tyler, goddamn it. L-A-R? E-R. And Marco. I don't know why you want to call you Riley. Sorry, Tyler. Second
And
skin.
Cassandra.
And Cassandra, you got it too? There you is, okay.
And Caitlin.
Caitlin, did you actually? Okay. Thank you for honesty. So apparently I effed up this sign, but I did change those signs properly. So now you guys can see just how easy it is to trip up your signs. So x cubed plus x plus 2. I'm gonna clean that up a little bit because the smaller my function is when I integrate, the fewer mistakes I might make later on down the line. I don't have to integrate 1 twice, for example. That's a pain in the neck. So now you guys know what to do, right? Once you've integrated, which one do you plug in first, the 1 or the -1?
The first one.
1.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll plug in the 1 first, and then you subtract the -1. Right? So this becomes x to the 4th over 4 plus x squared over 2 plus 2x. And you're gonna plug in -1 to 1. And that's it. So what'd you guys learn? What? You still suck at integrating? That's okay. This is what the practice is for. This class is practy-do forever and always. Sorry. Brenda,
So your vertical line is going to be your boundary.
it's one of the boundaries,
It's
yeah.
one, okay.
So we're going from whatever this is that starts the area that we want to integrate, and we stop at that. So boop, 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 starting here, all the way to here, and then we stop integrating.
Okay, so when the first lines intersect, that's one boundary,
Mm-hmm.
and then the vertical is the other one.
Yep, exactly. So we're gonna go from -1, which is what this is, to +1, which is what this is. So think of your integration as a scanning barcode that starts to the left and goes until you're done. So if your shaded area starts here, that's the x value you care about. And if the shaded area stops here, that's the x value you care about. Okay?
I'm sorry. A's on the bottom and B's on the top,
Yes,
and you wanna do A minus B?
No.
B minus A?
yes. On your tattoo, it says f of b minus f of a.
So top minus bottom.
Top minus bottom. Wow. It's always top minus bottom, isn't it?
I'm struggling with like finding the intersection points on the calculator.
Okay,
Like I know you should have said what to do and like I'm there,
Let's-
but then like.
let's practice. Okay, so on this one, let's practice. Did you guys plug in x cubed plus 1 first? And then -x minus 1 second? So if you go back to your graph, which should still be loaded, right? let's go to second calculate, which is above trace. And then arrow down to intersect. So it's gonna ask you a series of questions once you hit enter. It's gonna say, first curve, and you're gonna want the cursor to be on, and you're up here in the upper left-hand corner of your calculator, it'll tell you which curve you're on. And you want your cursor to get close to the point you care about, because what if there are multiple points you care about? You wanna get your cursor as close to that point as possible.
This is putting the first curve as the green line.
That's fine, whatever floats your boat. So just get your first curve over, get your cursor to the point you care about. And then hit enter, and then it's gonna prompt you for second
Is it
curve.
on the point?
Well, put it near it. Put it near it. Then it's gonna prompt you for a second point, second curve.
Okay.
So in your upper left-hand corner, it's gonna give you your second curve. Get your cursor back to that point or close to it. And then hit enter again. And then it's gonna say guess. And you're gonna say yes, I want you to guess. And it should end up with the cursor plunked right over the point you care about. And at the bottom, it should say x equals -1, y equals 0. That's your x value.
Okay, and then in this circumstances, we know that the other, like you gave us part of the,
I gave you the rest of it right here.
yeah.
Yeah. But if you have multiple points, like, say you have two functions that look like this, like you did earlier, you would need to get your cursor near to the point you care about. If your cursor's over here, it's gonna go to this one. So if you're aiming to find the intersect here, you want your cursors nearby that point when you
So
do
you
it.
could just start over though with the other.
Yeah, you do it for this one, then you do it for this one, then you do it for this one. It's really quick once you get used to it. Okay? How do you guys feel about that?
Ruby.
Okay? Decent?
What's the answer for it?
This one should be, what did I do? So you can check your work, is that it? Should be 4. 4 is the, answer.
It's minus, right?
Nope,
You put, no, I mean, you put 1 into that minus -1 into that.
yeah, exactly. +1 of that minus -1 into that. So the signs are gonna eat you alive, guys. All I'm asking you to do is plug it in. Not asking you to do the calculation by hand, although it is a little easier if you, believe it or not, do it by hand. But then you can go back and plug in the original integral and get the answer from your calculator. I'm not gonna deny you guys that. But I still need to see every step, I swear to God. If you guys just throw the answer at me, I'll assume you just looked at another group's paper. Not that that matters, but I still wanna see your work. No worky, no credit. Groovy, guys?
So this-
All right.
So this next exam is gonna be our group one?
This is our group test is coming up. All right, so I want you guys to spend the last 10 minutes trying to bust through your handout. I'm gonna write the homework on the board for those of you that have already busted through your handout, because I know a few of you dove right into it. Good times. So here's your assignment, which I didn't bring with me, but that's okay, I can make it up. How the hell did I do this? 13.2.
13.3.
13.3.
That's what I just asked.
Not really. Ryan's good, I think Ryan's there. You guys get a
Yeah,
maximum
on
of
the
5.
first line, and you graph it, and you find it.
So I want you
when
guys
it
to do
intersects
1
with
through
the first
11
one.
on,
Tapped out.
And then the x equals 1 is the second.
One
then I
for
want you to do 13
So
through
technically, she just wants you to check area.
25 every other odd. And that's it, no application problems this time.
Like this.
You're welcome.
When they intersect.
This is mechanical, because we're building into the payoff, guys. The payoff is next time, so on Wednesday, you guys will see what we've been working to the entire semester for.
Yay.
Yay! Except for you, Jake, you know it's coming.
Yay.
Yay!
Wait,
Good times.
Our test is, right before Thanksgiving, right?
Yes, test is the day before break. So it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Okay. Cool.
And then,
Cool.
when we get back, are we like,
when we get back from break, so, while you guys are working, I'm gonna talk to you guys about a couple of different things. Wednesday, I'm gonna bring you guys the study guide for the Common Core.